here, all the lightning you can see in this one cell that has just developed a little hook on it, and a possible tornado is being confirmed at this moment. So we have a confirmation of a tornado that is on the ground right now in Miami County. So what we're saying is that in the path of this would be Hillsdale Lake area, Bucyrus, and Wagstaff. So this tornadic thunderstorm has just developed. You can see right there. Let me take off the lightning on the cell and show you what's going on with this. So this just intensified in the last few minutes. And you can see there the radar here. I'll take off the lightning so I can see the structure of the thunderstorm. Here's the thunderstorm we're talking about, and it's moving off to the east-southeast. I'll put this into motion for you, and you can see that we do have the thunderstorm. There's Hillsdale Lake right there, so it went right over Hillsdale Lake. It's a thunderstorm that just intensified. It's moving off the east. It already looks like it might be losing its circulation. It's going to cross 69 Highway north of Lewisburg, and so the sirens are likely going off in this area, possibly in Lewisburg, in northern Miami County, north of Paola, and near Hillsdale Lake. So you might hear the sirens going off, and what you need to do, kids, if you're home alone right now, just go into center part, smallest room, lowest level of your house, and take cover. But we do have this tornadic cell that continues to move east-southeast towards Lewisburg at this moment. And I'm going to analyze it in just a second here, and let's just track it for you here. It's moving east at about 30 miles per hour. So this part of the cell is the one we're worried about. In the next 25, 30 minutes, it would be at Somerset by 6:24, Lewisburg by 6:32, and Freeman by 6:49. So if you live in Lewisburg or Freeman, the sirens are likely going off. I would get into your safe place. Once again, kids, that's the lowest level, center part, smallest room of your house. And go to the basement if you have a basement. If you don't have a basement, just get into the bathroom or the closet in the middle of your house, and this cell will go by real quickly. In the next 20, 30 minutes, it'll pass by Lewisburg. But just in case, tornadoes are extremely small. People live their entire lives in this part of the country and never see a tornado. So, but that doesn't mean you can't get hit by one. So you've got to watch it and pay attention to it closely, because a tornado could have winds of 100 miles per hour or stronger that could cause the damage and devastation. So once again, that's the cell we're tracking. Lewisburg by 6:32 and Freeman by 6:49. Mike, Krista, any other information? Scott Creek Campground. So we're hearing, so there's some significant damage at Scott Creek Campground. So that's one area that we know of damage near Hillsdale Lake. And we did see that it went right over Hillsdale Lake. So, and now it's still going on right over Cleveland, heading towards Cleveland, Lake Annette, and Freeman. And those of you that live in these areas, Lake Annette, Cleveland, Freeman, this area just to your north, it looks like it'll track near Lake Annette, though. You should take your tornado precautions right now. Carl, one of our storm chasers, was describing the tornado with debris as of just a few minutes ago. So let's take this real seriously. We have a small tornado that could easily, has already caused some damage at a campground near Hillsdale Lake. This area continues, there's the rotation right in here. Let me put it into motion for you. Pull out a little bit, and you can see the movement of the cell. It seems to have weakened a little bit, but sometimes they can weaken, and I've seen thunderstorms weaken considerably, but the tornado continues for a little while longer as the thunderstorm falls apart. We've had the tornado, we've had reports of the damage, and this, as of just a couple minutes ago, we do have a tornado that was indicated by Carl, our storm chaser out there, and the tornado warning continues now for northeastern Miami County. A tornado confirmed just north of Lewisburg, so right near Lewisburg. If you're in Lewisburg right now, you just need to go to your safe place. Go to the lowest level center part, smallest room of your house, and take precautions. Take your tornado precautions right now. Take it seriously. And it's also crossing the state line now. The tornado warning includes western Cass County. Let me put it into motion for you and work through this here. And let's loop loop this and you'll put it in motion. This is the last hour. So in the last hour, it's tracked from Hillsdale Lake, right there, right when it got to Hillsdale Lake. This is Hillsdale Lake right back over here. Let me take off the navigation tools. And you can see what we have is this is where the first tornado confirmation came in as a thunderstorm intensified right there, produced a tornado. There's been damage at a campsite on Hillsdale Lake. And now it's crossed 69 highway. It's crossing the state line, heading towards Peculiar in Harrisonville. And it still has a suspicious circulation. So if you live in Harrisonville, you might want to take the kids to the basement and go to the lowest level center part of the smallest room of your house and take your tornado precautions as it tracks east towards I-49. So this is still a strong cell. There are a couple of new thunderstorms. They seem to be lining out a little bit, which will certainly reduce that chance of a tornado here possibly in the next 15 minutes. But right here, this is why originally we thought it was in Paola. This is a picture on to my right here showing the viewer picture of the tornado looking north. So that's from Paola looking north. You can see there it was as it passed east of Hillsdale Lake. There's another confirmation of what's going on. So that's why I want you guys in Harrisonville to really take this seriously, as this thunderstorm is right on the cold front. The cold front adds a little lift, and that's why we continue to have this dangerous situation heading right into the Harrisonville area. This is the area I'm most concerned with right now. The backside right in here, it just looks like it's going through a reorganization phase. Let me put this into motion and see what it does here, guys, as we analyze this. There is the supercell. It definitely looks like it's weakening just a little bit. I always say that, but it does look that way, really. And there's Harrisonville. Here's Peculiar. Peculiar in the heavy rain. You're going to have a lot of rain and loud thunder and lightning here. But the tornado potential, the threat, is approaching Harrisonville at this moment, guys.
I want to get back to Gary Lezak now with the newest information about where these storms may be headed, Gary.
Well, as I said, those of you in Harrisonville, now you are under a tornado warning. And so, as you can see, we've had tornadoes all on the path now. We're getting video confirmation of it. We have damage reports. We haven't heard anything major damage or injuries. So hopefully these stay as EF0, EF1, EF2 type tornadoes. And if you stay in your house, kids, if you're at home, if you just stay indoors, you can be safe during this tornado. Even if it did hit you, 99.9% of us are not going to get hit by this tornado. You won't even see it. But if you're in the path of it, you might see it and experience it. So they're very small, but they could still produce damage. But just stay indoors. Go to your lowest level center part, smallest room of your house. Don't wait till you see it outside. If you live in Harrisonville right now, take those tornado precautions very seriously. This is the warning now that extends all the way to the eastern part of Cass County. We continue to have the one up to the north in Carroll County as well. I want to go to our radar now. You can see this is the thunderstorm that still could produce a tornado, and it's probably the southwest side that might reorganize into a circulation. And there's Harrisonville down I-49, and then farther to the north, you can see that we have thunderstorms in the city, and then even farther to the north as we pull out a little bit. Let me pull out a little bit to this other thunderstorm cell right in here. This one has also had a possible rotation up near Fairfield there into western Carroll County, northwest of Carrollton. So that's a small little cell, but it fits this pattern we've been in all season long with, I've called them little aliens, believe it or not, and the little cells that produce these possible tornadoes this season. West of Harrisonville, you guys want to see something interesting? Right now, there's a whole curl on radar right in here. See that? Right in there. So due west of Harrisonville near Lake Annette, that's where we have a rather obvious spin-up circulation, and that's obviously being created by the funnel cloud, the wall cloud, or potential the tornado. The tornado may be on the ground near Lake Annette, so the radar echoes are being wrapped around it, and that's where we have this hook echo right there near Highway 2 in Lake Annette. So if you're in Lake Annette, Harrisonville, this is headed right towards you, and we've had a history of tornadoes, so get to your safe place now. Lowest level center part, smallest room of your house. Go into the basement if you live in Harrisonville, because this is heading right towards you. Let me go put it into motion here. I'll just manually do it and see what's happened here in the last. See, you can see that back circulation that is just intensified. There it is. It's just spinning up right over Lake Annette. You can see that right in this location here.